Okay, so welcome back to part 2 of how to build a AI-powered outreach system using cold email. Today, I'm just going to show you, and I'm going to keep this video super simple, super light. I'm going to show you the lead scraping infrastructure. I'm going to show you some automations, then I'm going to go over quickly the tool stack that we're going to need. In my previous video, if you haven't watched that yet, that's part 1, I'll leave a link below. I actually mentioned how it would cost $200 to $300 a month. But just doing the math here and looking through things, the tool stack itself will be significantly cheaper, around $75 a month to start, and then it's the inboxes, which we'll go over in video 3, where depending on the route that you take is going to change the cost. So that's good news just to start. Without talking too much, let's jump into the lead scraping infrastructure. So how we're going to scrape these leads is, now there are multiple ways we can scrape leads, right? Like we can use LinkedIn's Sales Navigator. Now that is where things start to get a bit more expensive. I think the starting price is like $97 a month for LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So on the high end. Now there's something really cool here. I know I mentioned $1.20 or $1.50 for leads in my previous video, and how we do that is we go to Apollo. Now, if you've never heard of Apollo, Apollo is a lead database, and I actually believe they pull a lot of their leads from LinkedIn. So you're saving $100 right there out the gate just by using Apollo. I know that a lot of people have came to Apollo, and you see the pricing. You see this pricing here: $49 basic plan, $79 basic plan, $119. But I'm going to show you a scraping infrastructure that's going to you're basically not going to have to pay any of these fees. So go to apollo.io, I'll leave a link below, and then sign up for free or log in if you've already got an account. Okay, so you've gone to apollo.io, you've logged in, and now this is where it gets a little tricky. Like, obviously what I'm showing you here is the infrastructure, but the target audience for you and your business is obviously going to be a lot different to me. So what I've done, just to keep things simple, is I'm going to target marketing agencies, and I'm going to sell them my automation service. You can do the same thing, or your business may have a different customer, just different type of customer. So you will have to go to Apollo and filter through the industry. Like if you go in here, so I'll just remove marketing and advertising. So you have to filter through what industry you're in or what you're looking for. So if you want real estate leads, you can do that. If you want manufacturing, is there a manufacturing? You got electronic manufacturing, railroad manufacturer. What else is there? Construction, health and wellness, management consulting, computer software. Like the list goes on and on. So whatever your target market is, you're going to change these fields based on that. But for this tutorial, I'm just doing marketing agencies, and then you can refine these details. That's completely out of the scope of this. But so I'll do marketing agencies, then I'll do locations. So one thing for locations is, and let's just close that, I'll show you. Locations, I don't want to do anything outside of the US. Okay. And then I also like to do job titles. So I don't want to target anyone that doesn't have the ability to make a decision. So I'll do owner, CEO, CMO, and you can do like marketing director, purchasing, whatever. You're going to have to figure that out. I also like to do email status verified. Now, one thing to keep in mind with Apollo is they don't always have, they're not always fully verified. Like I've used this email status verified a bunch of times and the emails get a bounce back. So I'm going to show you kind of a workaround on how to deal with that, but just tag it as verified. More than likely it will, it'll improve the chances of it being delivered. So there we go. So you've got your leads, you've got your filters set. The next step is we want to scrape these leads. We want to scrape these leads, and then we want to upload them to my spreadsheet, and then we want to run them through this automation that I've created. Excuse me, I've got some in my eye here. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we want to grab this filter. So set your filter, set all your whatever it is, like your persona, your email status, your job titles, location, employee numbers. Even if you want to target higher, bigger companies, you maybe you want 11 to 20. Look how much that reduces that number. Industry keywords, and then any of these. If you're on a pro plan, then sure, use all these additional filters, but you don't need them. You don't need to pay for Apollo, because I'm going to show you how we're going to scrape these. Okay, so then once you've done that, grab and then let's just create a new sheet. Okay, this is my lead sheet. I'm going to create a new one right here. So new spreadsheet, and then we'll just call this We'll call this marketing agencies, new leads. Okay, so I like to track the leads that so this is my other one. So I like to track 1,000 leads. The thing with Apollo is it doesn't allow you to what's the word here? Like if you're on the trial, you can't if you're on the trial, you can't. Oh, I need to move this thing. Hold on. If you're on the trial, you can't actually go past a certain amount of pages with Apollo. So I like to keep track of the pages I'm using, and you'll see why in a second. But the first page to the 41st page is 1,000 leads. Okay, so I'm gonna put 1,000 lead. I'm gonna put here leads 1,000. And I'm going to put URL, and this is just for my own tracking. In fact, let's do this here. So we're up to, and we'll put page number 41. Okay, so I know next, and you'll see why, because I'm going to run this link. We're going to change, when we do the next 1,000 leads, I'm going to change this page number to 41, because basically 1 times 41 for 25 times is 1,000. If that makes sense. I worked out the formula before. I don't know how to explain it, but we're going to change this to page 41 when we run the next 1,000 leads, and then another 41 pages, so 82 or whatever. Then we'll do page 82 for the next 1,000, and so on and so on. So like you keep going, you'll see when you go to your filter how many leads you have. You have 39,000 leads here. So you'll just keep going through this formula. Every 41 pages, you'll scrape an additional 1,000 leads. If you want to scrape 2,000, then you'll have to do 82 pages. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, so how we're going to scrape these leads is we're going to use Apify. Now, Apify is a lead scrape, not a lead scraping. It basically uses these things called actors to scrape platforms for data. It doesn't have to be leads. It can be Instagram posts. It can be Google Maps information. It can be TikTok videos, all sorts of stuff. But we're going to use this for scraping the leads from Apollo. Now, Apollo, like you saw on Apollo, it's a paid plan starts at $79 a month. Now, for Apify, you can have a free plan with $5 of spend. We have, I believe it's 120 or 150. Well, for some reason I can never remember that number. But so we basically have 3,000 leads or more for free. But the problem is with the actor that we're going to use, it often doesn't let you scrape them on the free plan. So click my link below, use my affiliate link. And the reason I say use my affiliate link is because when you use my affiliate link, even if you don't pay for an Apify paid plan, I'm going to give you this automation for free if you use my affiliate link. So even if you don't pay for Apify, but you use my link, but then down the road you do, then I'll get the commission. But if you don't, you're going to get this for free. And this is really crucial on how we use this on a day-to-day basis and how we're going to save time. Like, you're going to want this automation. There's no two ways about it. If you don't, if you already have an Apify account and you really want this automation, leave me a comment. We can chat and see how I can get this over to you. You know what? I don't even mind giving it you if you've already got Apify or whatever and you didn't use my link. Who cares? I don't really care, but I would like to. I'm trying to encourage people to use my affiliate link, and then you get these free resources, and you're going to see why this is going to save you so much time and so much money. Like this whole setup can become a real pain in the ass if you're not doing it with these automations, because there's a lot of spreadsheets, a lot of personalization, all this crap. So all this stuff. So yeah, go to Apify, sign up for Apify, my affiliate link, show me a screenshot, I'll send you this for free. This is going to be huge for your business, so you don't want to miss out on that. But if you don't, it's so, and then now we're segueing into the next thing. Let's see if we can scrape with, actually, in fact, you try and scrape the leads with the free account. If you can't, you're going to have to upgrade to the $39 a month. Like I said, this is not it's not going to cost you nothing to do all this work and all these lead scraping, but like it's going to be cheap. So I would suggest going on this. Apify, you can use it for much more than just what we're doing. But for this video, I am just going to scrape these leads. So what you want to do is you want to go, I'm going to leave a link to this actor below. I see it's 120 for 1,000 leads. So this is the scraper that you want to use to scrape your 1,000 leads. And we're going to keep using this to scrape 1,000 leads every week, every month, every whatever you want to do. If you want to do more than 1,000, then do more than 1,000. The problem is I've seen it often not scrape the leads because you're on a free plan, even though you've got credit. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So anyway, long story short, I'm going to scrape 1,000 leads here with that filter. I'm just going to do it from page 1. Okay, so copy and paste that link from Apollo. Scrape your first 1,000 leads. Now, scroll down. There is a way. In fact, no. So yeah, just paste that in. Type 1,000. Save. Start. Let it run. You'll see it run here. And then when we export it, we don't need to export every single field. So wait for this to finish, and then I'll show you the rest. Okay, now that's done. We got 1,000 leads just like that, scraped, ready to rumble. You want to scroll down, and then you just want to export 1,000 results. There is a lot of information that gets exported with this, so I just want very simple fields. So I've gone ahead and put all these fields together. I actually don't need, I just want first, last, email, headline, organization name, URL, personalization. These are my own fields, and then anything after that I really don't care about. You know what, I'm just going to leave it because I just can't be bothered to delete it all, but we only really need up to here. And you can have all this information. Like if you find a way to use this information to your advantage, then by all means go ahead. There are different personalization techniques that can make this that you can make this even more effective. But just to keep things simple, we want a few fields here. So we want first name, last name, what was the other one? Email, headline, email, headline, organization name, organization name and URL. Organization, that's, well, we want that, but let's just do it like this. Name, there we go. Organization, URL, very good. And then these fields are my own fields. So you can add employment history. Did I add headline? Yeah, headline, as long as we've got headline in there as well. That's very important, headline. Yep, okay, so just add those fields. Like I said, you can refine this, make this better, but for now, let's just keep these and then just hit download. There you go. So now you've got CSV with 1,000 leads. So go ahead and copy that or save it. I'm just going to put it on my desktop, just to make it easier. So just paste that there. Okay. And then go to your Google Sheet, and then you just want to file. I'm thinking these will, let's see actually. File, import, upload, select the file that we just downloaded, and then we don't want to create a new sheet. We want to append to current sheet. Detect automatically, import data. So that's going to import those 1,000 leads. So there you go. There you see. We got your first name, last name, email, headline, organization name, and website URL. That's all we need. A lot of other videos will show you that you need more. You know, this is a simple system. Building out more advanced automations to make this more personalized. That's beyond the scope of this. Definitely something we can do in the future, but let's just get this going. So now all we're doing here is I have a few different fields that I like to add just to make sure these are verified emails. This is all crap. In fact, I should have probably... Oh, hold on a second. Maybe I should have had city. Let me see if I include city in here. What's going on? Why is that not working? First name. No city. But if you want to create some sort of localized personalization, include the city field. I've not done it in this case, so we don't need it. But like I'm running this campaign, and it's working without the city, so it's not a need. We're going to pull information from the website using AI, so it may even pull that localization with the city. So anyway, long story short, this automation is going to create the personalization in this sheet. Now, I don't have it in this sheet. I have it in this one here, but you can see here I've created different levels of personalization. They look very similar, and then I've also tagged in instantly added and then never bounce. I use never bounce to verify it. I'll get into that in a second. I'm going to include a link and explain that in a minute. But yeah, so now you've got 1,000 leads. So we've basically got the lead scraping infrastructure already set. Like that's what you're going to do every time you want 1,000 leads. Now the problem is we can make an automation to run this each time. I actually find it's quicker just to scrape these 1,000 leads because it takes you a while to send out all the emails for the 1,000 leads. So if you want to do this 3 or 4 times, add them to this spreadsheet, just list them, just keep appending them below. That's totally fine. Just keep appending them below. In fact, you know what? Because I've already done it. That's a new branch spreadsheet. This is the exact same fields. I'm going to use this spreadsheet and run this automation just so you can see how this works. Okay, so we've got our leads. We've added them to our spreadsheet. The next thing we want to do is, and this is super crucial, is we want to verify the email address of each lead. Now, as you can imagine, that is going to take a lot of time to go through 1,000 email addresses and make sure they're all verified. Now, the reason why you want to do this, and promise me you don't want, and I promise you, you don't want to skip this step. I'll show you an example. This is a campaign I ran, and it just got turned off because this was for a medical clinic campaign. I've not been running it for a while, so let's do. And I only just started it, but right away, I had too many bounces right out the gate. It's not showing them all. I think I deleted them anyway. But when you have too many bounces, it disables your campaign automatically, and it actually makes your emails go into the spam folder, and that's something that we don't want. If we want to make this work, we need to be in the main inbox. So verifying each email is almost, it's a necessity. Like there's no two ways about it. We have to do it. The way I do it, and this is a super cheap option, is I'll leave a link below. Again, probably, I don't even know if I've got an affiliate program for them. I'll leave a link below regardless. Sign up. There, I have bought 1,000 credits. You can buy credits. The cool thing about this is, like, you buy credits pay as you go. So buy 1,000 credits for $8, which is nothing, and then you've got 1,000 verified leads, and then so on. If you want 5,000 credits, you buy them for $40. We just need to buy this. We don't need to do anything in here. You can do it in here manually. But like I said, if you sign up to my Appify, you'll get this. And this never bounce setup here. You basically just got to connect this in Make, right? Connect this in Make. Use the email field that we have in the sheet. And then it's going to verify them automatically and then run through this automation. And then once that's done, it's going to tag it in here saying verification status. If it says unknown, I'm not going to add it to my instantly campaign. If it says verified, it's going to go into my instantly campaign. We'll get into instantly and mailboxes in the next video. This is just lead scraping. So that's another part of the video, another part of the series that you're going to have to watch before you continue. So if you're hesitant about making the paid subscription purchases, just do the free plans, use my affiliate link, get the automation, be ready for the next video. What we need to do now is we need to, so like I said, if you use my affiliate links, you'll get this downloadable blueprint automation for this. I'm going to actually create, because I don't want to gatekeep anything. I'm going to recreate this, just maybe not as advanced. I don't necessarily need this part here, but I'm going to create the personalization side of all this. Yeah, but if you want this automation, use my affiliate link. You'll get it for free, or drop me a comment and I'll get it over to you. But yeah, I'm going to recreate this right now without being so advanced and just kind of speed it up. So head over to make.com. If you don't have a make.com account, even if you use that affiliate link and get a free account, you'll also get the automation. But I'm going to show you how it's built. So log into your Make account, and let's create a new scenario. And I'm basically just going to create the same scenario that I've created here, using that same sheet here. Now I know that you've got this sheet, so you can go ahead and copy this tutorial and use this sheet instead. It really doesn't matter. So go to Google Sheets, and we're going to watch new. Oh yeah, I can't even remember what I did. Search rows. Search rows. Okay, let's move this over here. Select from my drive, spreadsheet ID. Let's call this. Sheet name. Link scraped leads, I believe. Let's double check that. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but it's really windy outside. Let's see what we got. Scrape leads, yes, a teeth and an email in that. Okay. So scrape leads, yes. And then we want to filter email field. Was it exists? Add rule. Oh, sorry, no, and. No, not and. We want or. Or do we want and? I can't remember. And. Yes, we do want and. Never bounce equals to, was it verified I had it? Or I can't even remember. Never bounce does not exist. Sorry. So if never bounce is empty, then run that lead. Okay, and then order by, leave that alone. Sending limit, and then just for the sake of keeping this simple, we'll do 5. Okay, and then the next thing you want to do is, I know I have never bounce. Yeah, no, because never bounce is part of this. So let's do the never bounce section. So all we're doing is here is we're just getting that email, connecting to never bounce, and just sending it to never bounce and making it do its additional checks to make sure it's a verified email. Very simple, but very crucial. So just go to never bounce. You may have to connect. I've already got it set. So just get an email verification. And then we just grab that email field. Okay, and then my face is in the way. I can't get out of that. Let me see if I can move this. There we go. Email. Include address info, no. Include credit info, yes or no. Who cares? Save. Okay, good to go. And then the next part is the personalization. Now this has a router if email verified. So so in order to not run through your credits or create a personalization for an email that's not verified, I have a filter here that basically says if the email is valid or if the result from never bounce is valid, then personalize the email. Okay, so let's add a router here. Okay, let's go here, and then we just want to do OpenAI. Move this over, create a completion prompt. Now, you will have to add a connection here if you don't have OpenAI. Just go to platform.openai, sign up for an API key. I'm not going to include that in this tutorial because it's very basic. Sign up for an API key. Add your credit card for billing. I'm using $20 I've used $20 in the past 3 months. It costs you next to nothing. Trust me, do not worry about the cost of tokens. It is like 10 cents 10 cents per a million tokens. So as you can imagine, that's going to take a long time. Use the preferred model for this. I'm just going to use GPT-4 Mini. I believe that's what I'm using in the other one. In fact, let's double check that. No, I'm just using the latest. That one's actually more expensive. But you know what? Let's use that one. Let's use the same one just to make life easier. There it is. GPT-4. This has got max completion tokens of 2048. We definitely don't need that many. Just put 250. If you want to add some more, add more. Add message. Okay, so now we want to set a system role, and we want that to be, I'm just going to copy and paste. So we want that to say you are an intelligent writing assistant who provides personalized information to assist with cold email campaigns. So copy that, paste, add message, go to, now we want a user prompt, and then we want to just copy that same prompt, which is, I'm just going to copy it and then I'll read it out to you in a second. Let's scroll down here. So I'm not going to read it all, I'm just going to explain it. But basically what it's doing is it's pulling that data from that spreadsheet that we just created, and it's going to create a simple one-line personalization about that company, about that email, about that person from the data we provided. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to give it some context. So I will tag the website. AI can look at websites now or scrape information. It's not always accurate, but it's as good as it gets. So we want to tag that website field. I don't know why there's so many here. There it is. So you want to tag the website URL. You want to tag the company name, wherever that is, organization name. You want to tag the person you're speaking to, their title. Now, I don't have anything in the personalization that references the title. Headline is actually the title. But you may want to use it. Employment history, I deleted that. I don't need it. Okay, so here are the instructions for the AI prompt. Keep it casual, confident, and goal-focused, as if you were talking to a peer. Analyze the meta title, meta description, and homepage content. That's just something I added in. Paraphrase naturally in a human tone. Do not use greetings like hey or closings, blah, blah, blah. Avoid fluff. Do not mention paid ads. That's just something specific to my offer. Mention anything that shows alignment in approach, think systems. I'm just trying to create some sort of, I don't know what the word is, but like, not bonding, but like, oh, we're on the same page, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we're the same person, you know, kind of mirroring. Always cool to see that approach. That stood out to me. Use remarks such as those. Do not fully capitalize company names. I just think when you add company name and then capitalize the first letter, it just looks like, like an AI system, like a system, right? We want it to look like a person, so I just do lowercase for that. Keep it under 2 sentences, and then some formatting text that I put there. So yeah, once you've done that, save that. I'm just going to auto align here. The router, so the filter too, want to add a condition here. If result valid, then it's going to do this. If the result is valid, then it's going to run the personalization. And then that would be if the result is not valid, not equal to valid, then it would just go down here and do nothing, basically. Update row. Well, here I have update row. If it's not valid, what we're doing, row number, never bounce result. So give it the result, the name of the result. So let's do that as well. Update row. Oops. Update row. It's a lot harder to do this when my face is in the corner. Creative. Come on, where are you? I don't know why I can't find it. That's weird. I just had it. Not sure what's going on here. Yeah, let's see if I can select from all. Nope. Search by path. My drive. Is it in here? I think it's in here. Leads. There it is. Okay, obviously this is going to be different to your location and your sheet name. This is just specific to mine, and it would be scraped leads. And then the fields. Now your fields will, you want to add the row number, so you make sure you update the right row. So include that. Your fields are obviously going to be different to mine. So this is just if never bounce fails, we want to add the status, whatever. Sorry, is it the status or the result? We want to add the result in here. This is the error side. So if it's not the valid, it might be failed or catch-all or whatever. It's not valid, so it's something else. So save that. Valid, save. What we got here, result valid. Yep, so that's good. Auto align. Now, so we got the personalization, we've got the never bounce verification. I don't think I'm going to do all of this here. This is just handling the data. This is updating the sheet, and then this is adding it to instantly. I'll build the rest of this out in the third video, but for now, we've got the personalization being built. Because you've not got your instantly set up, and we're going to have to do some webhooks in instantly. It's going to be a little different. So let's just go here. Like I said, you use my affiliate links, you get these templates for free, and you won't have to do any of this tinkering. You can just have it ready and off to the works. Off to the races, sorry, not to the works. So we'll just do one. I just want to make sure this works. Save. And run. So searching our sheet, gone to never bounce. Oh, so that was not a good example because it wasn't valid. What was it? It was a catch-all for Pascal. Okay, so let's do another one. In fact, let's add a couple. Of course, the only one. Let's do 2. Save. Now remember, your sheet needs to be linked to here, and your fields need to be set up to instantly never bounce and the personalization field. So I've already got that set up, remember? In fact, sorry, I've not. No, I've missed a step. I need to update a row after... so just go update. So yeah, do this, follow along with me here. There it is. And leads. Now I hope this doesn't mess with my current automation, but who knows? Oh well, if it does. Scrape leads. Row number, make sure that updates. So that would be the first one. Search rows, row number. Yeah, we're right down. So it's just going to continue on. And then we want to add the personalization from... Where would that be from? So I have to parse the data, so it might not... No, I've got to parse the JSON. I'm going to parse it. So add a new one here. Add a module. Add parse JSON. Parse JSON. And then just take the ChatGPT result, which would be message content. Save that. Oh, did that save? Yep. And then go in here. Sorry, I'm just moving my face around. And then make sure you add that personalization. Oh. No, we might have to run this first. Hold on. Let's delete this a second. Let's do an example. Run. We'll do 1. I don't want to skip too many, and then run anyway. Just want to make sure that AI thing goes through the data. There we go. And then add a sheet here. Update a row. Find the file again. And leads. Sorry, I should have made this a bit easier to find. Sheet name, scrape lead. Is that right? Scrape leads, yep. I think it is. Link script, yeah. Row number, make sure you update that row number. That's very important. And then we want to add the personalization in here. So you see there's the personalization it created. So we just want to add that field in there. And then we may as well update the never bounce here to the results. No. If it went through this, let me see what I did before. Did I do it here? No, this is the instantly one. Yeah, so you want to just say valid, right? So if it goes through this route at the top here, so if it's going this way, it's going to be valid anyway because it wouldn't go past this filter. So we're going to go here. It's going to be marked as valid, and then it's going to add the personalization to the next field. So it should be. What was the last one that it did? I'm assuming. Let me just do this. So I'm hoping that will. Yeah, because that was the last email. So one of these two are going to get the personalization here, which is this is the personalization field. So let's run that we just built. And then runzo. So it's only going to do one. Hopefully that was a verified email. Yes, it was. It's created the personalization. It's added it to the sheet. So we go to the sheet here, and there you see it. Saw how you've streamlined content strategy and virtual support under one roof. That kind of lean setup really stood out to me. That's the personalization we're going to use in the Instantly campaign. It didn't add it to Instantly because I've not set that up yet. But it said valid. Sorry, I had verified before it says valid, so let me just change that. I just wanted to say the right thing. So now I have two automations that do the same thing. Verified. Okay, but like I said, if you download my affiliate links, or if you use my affiliate links for either Make, Appify, or Instantly, whatever one you use, you're going to get this. You're going to get my proposal system. You're going to get the automation that I use to handle replies, send proposals, and send calendar links. There's a whole bunch of different automations you're going to get if you use any of my affiliate links. But you know how to build this now. So, Bob's your uncle. So that's good. That's all set. That's all set. So let's move on to the next step. Okay, so we've used Apollo to find our target leads. We've run them through Appify using an actor, this specific actor called Apollo Scraper, scrape up to 50k leads. Make sure it's this one. There are a couple of other variations. And then we've uploaded those leads to our spreadsheet. So this would be the spreadsheet. And then we've personalized, we've created a personalization for those leads using AI. Then we've added them to our sheet, and then we've verified them using Never Bounce. So there you go. There's your lead scraping infrastructure done. The next part is using Instantly. To upload those leads and then send them. You see here, I've only got the one bounce. Like it's going to happen, but one bounce out of 282 is great. But we're going to use these leads and we're going to create personalization in the next video. And it will require you to sign up to Instantly. But that's how we're going to run the leads in the next video. I just thought I would show you that lead scraping infrastructure, and you can see how really easy this is. The next part I wanted to go over is the tool stack. So far we've signed up to Apollo for free. We've started Appify on a free trial with the potential to upgrade to $39 a month, but you need this automation to proceed. Like I said, also, even if you do my affiliate link but don't upgrade, you're still going to get this, right? This is worth thousands of dollars. People will pay me thousands of dollars to have this in their system and run their entire system. Just get a little bit more involved, but you're going to have this for free if you sign up to my Appify affiliate link. So please do that. And then, where were we? Sorry, the Notion. There it is. Okay, so we've spent potentially $39. Never Bounce pay as you go starts at $8 for 1,000 leads, and then it gets less the more you get. So 8 times 1,000. or $8 for 1,000 verifications. What else do we need? Oh yeah, you do need OpenAI. So I didn't share that here, but in this section, you're going to have to create, and you know what? I've got plenty of other videos on how to do that, but you need to create an OpenAI connection using platform.openai, platform.openai. Then you need to create an API key, and you need to upload, you need to add a credit card. I've used $20, and I honestly have been using it for like 3 or 4 months, so that's going to cost you maybe 20. I've still not added more to it, so it's next to nothing. And the pricing itself is here, right? Like different models have different prices, but that is not the pricing I want to see. Let's do API price. Yeah, for 1 million tokens, per 1 million tokens, so 10 cents for 1 million tokens if you use GPT 4.1 mini. 10 cents for 1 million tokens. We use about 2,000 tokens per run. Actually, let's see. How many tokens did I use? Let's close this. I'll keep hitting it. So for tokens, how many did I use? Each one, we did 4. I used 2. So I did a max completion of 250 tokens. So you can imagine this is, you're not going to run out of credits for a long time if you add $20. Okay, so OpenAI, let's just say $20, not monthly. I'm just going to put $20, and then we're going to move on. This is going to be in video 3. So video 2 is, this is video 2 here. Video 3, we're going to get into. In fact, make could have been here. I'm going to include my make. So yeah, another link below. Use my make affiliate link. There is a free account for 1,000 operations, or you can use the $9 a month one, which is what I'm using. Let's save those changes. So you see, I'm on the $9 a month. I get 10,000 operations. It is, it's June 1st. It happened to be June 1st. I've used 5%. I use a lot more than most people anyway, but you're not going to get anywhere near that. And then if you want to upgrade, there's different costs here. 3 for 1,000 operations, $10.59 for 10,000. In fact, you can keep this plan and just upgrade your operations. So if you want to spend 20,000, $20 a month. So next to nothing, and it's the best automation tool there is. There's NAN and there's Zapier. Make is the best, I think. I like NAM. It's more developer focused, but I just think Make is easier to use. And then instantly, we'll get into that in the next video, but that's going to cost you $37 a month for that beginner plan, or $97 for the one that I'm using. I'll get into the details of what you'll need for these going forward. And then the other thing is the email inboxes. So each email here is going to cost you. Now, one thing a lot of people will use is they'll use the Google Workspace, right? Because you want to have a high health score. You want to make sure your inbox is being your emails are being delivered each time. But these, I'll tell you one thing: 2 of these are using Google Workspace. The others are using inboxes that cost you $1 a month per inbox, and you're going to see how in the next video. But the health score is 100%. Each one, look at that. 0 saved from spam. This is in the warm-up stage. Look at these. Like, some of these are 0 saved from, like, these are high health score inboxes using warm-up sequencing instantly. And they're costing me $1 a month versus Google Workspace costs, which is features and pricing. 1840 Canadian. No, 920 Canadian per month, per user. A month. So we need 10 inboxes. So 10 inboxes at 920. I mean, it's 90 bucks. 90 bucks. So I'm going to do it for $9 as opposed to $90. We're going to get that in the next video. That's going to save you tons of money. But just looking at this now, if we open up the calculator, so we spent potentially, if you've not spent anything on Apify, well, let's just say you spent $39 on Apify, $8 for your Never Bounce, $20 for OpenAI that will last 3 months, and then say you got a $9 a month make subscription. So right now we're at $75. If you minus 20 there, because that will last for you for a lot longer, so you're at $50 for a month in fees right now, and you've got 1,000 leads, and you could get maybe 10,000, 20,000 more leads right now for $50 because you're paying per usage here, right? So $10 and you're gonna have 10,000 leads. So you're still in the green, okay? Like I said before in my other video, it can cost you $50 to $500 per lead on any other platform. So already right there, we're saving a ton. The next video is going to be good. Next video, I'm going to go into the instantly and setting up the email inboxes and a bit more tech focused on how we do that and the different records we're going to use. But that is video 2 finished. Hope you liked that video. That was a lot longer than I wanted it to be, but I think we've covered everything. I'll see you in the third video. Thank you. Bye-bye.